Okay, so to kick things off in this Shopify lesson, the first thing we're going to do is make sure that we have Leat installed within Shopify. So step one is to make sure that you go to your existing Shopify account. And from there, if you don't yet have Leat installed, what you can do is go to apps. And here I'm just going to type in Leat. You can see we don't yet have it installed because there are no results found. So I'm going to search Leat in the Shopify App Store. That's going to open a new tab for me. Okay, so here we are within the new tab. So you can see that Leat has appeared here. We're just going to hit install, which will open another tab for us. And now in this third and final tab, you're going to see the following pop-up just to confirm that we want to install the app and give it access to customer data, staff and contributor data, and also your store data. So you can just hit install once you've done that. And now it's going to quickly refresh and open up onto the first page of the Leat setup within Shopify. So here you have to select whether you're going to connect your Shopify account to an existing Leat account or if you're going to create a new account. For the purpose of this example, I'm just going to connect it to the existing Leat Academy account. So here I'm going to select Connect Existing Account. And now you can see that this will open up my business.leat.com. And here I can just hit allow to make sure that it's connected correctly. Now, once you've done that, we're going to be able to start setting some things up. So the first thing we're going to set up here is your branding. So you're just going to select set up branding. You can see that it's actually already taken some of my colors from Leat. So I have my primary color as well as my secondary color. You have your button text here as well. So maybe you want to change this slightly so you have black text rather than white text, just to make sure that that's showing up clearly, or maybe you want to switch these. So these are for your buttons actually. So this is going to be the primary button. This is going to be the secondary button. So I might actually switch this to our black, like so, and then I can switch it to a white text. And then you can adjust your corner roundness here as you would like. I'm going to set mine to 4. So that's been done. I'm going to hit save in the top there. And now you're going to see that you have all of the other settings. So I'm going to start off with the general settings for you here. And now here within your general settings, essentially all you need to do, first of all, is toggle on or keep it off if you would like to, whether or not Leat can synchronize your customer data with Shopify. So in other words, if a customer is created within Leat, it will sync to your Shopify store. If they're already existing within your Shopify dashboard, then their data will be synced to that Shopify account. So we'll map all of the data correctly. So I would suggest that you turn this on. And then you can also include your Leat registration form here if you would like to. So in order to get this, you're going to go to the forms within your Leat account, and then you can actually copy the URL of your sign up form there. So for now, I'm just going to quickly go to another tab actually, and I'm going to very quickly take that URL. My sign up for loyalty program URL. I'm going to copy that, and now I can paste that in here. And now I'm just going to hit save. Now the next thing you have here are markets and locations. So these are mapped based on your business profiles. So as you can see, I have my default business profile, which I can switch if I would like to. You can also create a business profile that's exclusively for your Shopify store. So if you'd like to do that, you can go back to the settings lesson within the Leat Academy, and you'll be able to see how you can create different business profiles there. For now, I'm just going to keep mine to the Leat Academy, and then you can see my locations here. So for example, the Canadian market may be Leat Academy, whereas the Dutch market may be Leat Academy number 2. And then here you also have your POS locations. I'm going to cover Shopify POS in a separate lesson, so I'm just going to leave that as is for now. And then, I need to quickly select it. So I'll just set them both to Leat Academy, which is my main account for now. And then I can save those. Now, next up, we have our loyalty. And of course, that's the main actual segment of this. So here you have your points currency. This is actually just the name of your points. So we can call these Academy points, for example. like so. And then you can see here the different kind of rules or settings that you're applying to your loyalty orders. So whether or not orders from all channels will be processed, the stage at which you also reward customers. So if an order is partially paid, if it's pending, if it's authorized, or if it's fully paid, this is by default going to be set to paid, which I would recommend that you leave as is. And then you have here the actual parts of an order that you can reward for. So by default, you're going to have discounts excluded and taxes included, and then shipping is going to be excluded by default. I would recommend that you also leave that off. It's not typical for companies to actually reward customers with points for the spend they do on shipping. And then you have here the automatic adjustment of points when an order changes. So for example, if it's exchanged, returned, or partially refunded, anything like that, then that will in turn be reflected in the point balance of the customer. Here you have your order tag exclusions. So these are the tags within Shopify that you can select, which are generally placed on your products. So you can exclude any of these tags from your loyalty program. You can also exclude customer segments if you would like to. And then you have product and collection exclusions. So just to give you an example of this, I can select maybe this particular collection to exclude. And if I want to exclude any products, I can maybe do this one that's just drafted for now, for example, just so you see how that works. And once you've configured this to your liking, you can hit save. The next thing we have to set up then are our marketing settings. And within these marketing settings, basically all you have to select is the subscription that you've created within Leat that best resembles or is actually your marketing subscription. So here, for example, we have our marketing, which is an opt-in marketing subscription. So that's what I have selected here. And then you can see an overview exactly here of how it works. And now what you want to do here is decide whether or not unsubscribes from, so people that unsubscribe from your marketing subscription in Leat, whether or not that's also reflected in Shopify. I think for the best and most seamless and unified experience for your customers, it's best if you do select this so that all of your data is synced across both Shopify and Leat when it comes to your marketing subscriptions. From here, then we have branding. So that's something we already touched on in the initial stage. Following on from that, then we have our content. So this is actually to do with the text elements that are used throughout your loyalty program in terms of the buttons, for example, or certain labels that will appear in different locations. So for now, these are all going to be set actually as they appear. So whether or not somebody is a member, learn more, copy, etc. So these are, for example, when a discount code is copied. This is for adding to wallet when it's to do with, for example, a gift card or a wallet pass. This is your error message. So if you want to change this, you can do. You can say, oops, looks like something went wrong, for example. You can tweak any of these texts to reflect exactly what you'd like or whatever best fits your branding. Here you have all of the discount and voucher terms. So the amount upon which a certain discount or voucher is usable, the quantity, the shipping cost, exclusive offers, discount types in terms of orders, products, and shipping, expiration of those vouchers, and then you also have your date fields here, which there shouldn't really be a reason for you to change. Now, following on from this, we also have our gift cards, which is actually one of the main things aside from loyalty within our Shopify plugin. I would recommend that you toggle this on and that you do use Leat gift cards on Shopify, particularly if you have a physical location, because that means whether you're using Shopify POS or any other POS, you'll be able to use the gift cards both on Shopify, on your online store, as well as in your physical location. So I would toggle this on, and I would also toggle on that you sync Leat gift cards to Shopify. Then here you have your fulfillment. So whether or not you auto-fulfill digital gift cards. So That just means that they will be fulfilled in Shopify after they're sent to customers. So you can toggle this on as well. And then here you can see that you have the out of stock option. So when a product is unavailable, or if your gift cards are unavailable, for example, only if a product is unavailable, then you have the option to recommend that customers actually buy a gift card instead. So here you can create a new gift card product for that. So you just click on create gift card product once you've saved here. And then here you can see that you have the out of stock option. So essentially, if you have a product that goes out of stock, you can actually share that data with Leat, and then we can indicate to customers that they can order or purchase a gift card instead. So if they're maybe thinking of buying a certain product for a friend or family member as a gift, and that's then unavailable, you can prompt them to instead buy a gift card. Then moving on from gift cards, you have your prepaid vouchers. So these are created within Leat, and it's just a matter of whether or not you auto-fulfill these. So that basically means that they're going to be fulfilled in Shopify once you send a voucher to a customer through Leat. So one of the Leat vouchers. Again, I would recommend that you toggle this on just to make sure that all of your data is successfully synced as much as possible. Then, as one of the final things here, you can see that you have all of the different integrations which are available. So all of these integrations are compatible with both Shopify and Leat. So even with Klaviyo, for example, you can also send out Leat's vouchers via Klaviyo, and then they can be synced with both Klaviyo and Shopify. So you have kind of the ultimate marketing experience. And then again, you have the benefit of being able to use Leat's vouchers or gift cards, reward tokens, whatever it may be within your marketing, as well as within your Shopify store, as well as within your physical locations if you do have them. And then the last thing you have here is the pricing. So this is actually the pricing to do with our own plugin. So you can see I'm currently on the free plan. You can select a starter plan. You can do the growth or the plus. Now, the main kind of differentiation or distinction here is that if you're on the plus plan or the starter or growth plan, you can just process more orders and you have more tokens in comparison to the previous plan. So what I would recommend is actually looking at your amount of orders within Shopify per month, as well as to do with your physical locations. And then you can kind of calculate how many of those orders are likely to be loyalty transactions or orders involving loyalty members. And then you can select your plan from there. So this is just a really quick overview of all of the settings within Leat. I'm going to quickly jump into next how you can start putting loyalty placements throughout your Shopify store to encourage signups. And then once customers are signed up, to encourage them to maybe purchase more products or increase their average order value or basket size so that they receive more points or graduate in tier, for example.